The 2025 FIM Flat Track World Championship will be decided here this afternoon as the series makes its sixth visit in as many seasons to the Czech Republic and the historic Svitkov Stadium in Pardubice. Located around 130 kilometres east of the capital Prague, this 400-metre oval dates back to the 1950s. It's most famous as the home of the legendary Czech Golden Helmet Speedway events. The venue has been a staple of the FIM Flat Track World Championship since its inception in 2020, when the great Italian Francesco Cecchini came out on top in the first ever official World Championship event. Kevin Corradetti won the following year before Daniele Moschini tasted success 2 years running, but the run of victories for the Italians was broken last year by home hero Erwin Krajcevic. Krajcevic will be hungry for more success this afternoon as he is still very much in contention for a second world title. 2 wins in the first 3 rounds of 2025 put him to the top of the standings, but defending champion Sammy Halbert has fought back, the American taking back-to-back victories in Germany and Hungary to place himself 4 points ahead of Krajcevic in the standings going into today. The Czech has to win on home soil and hope that Halbert finishes third or lower if he is to retake the world title, or win and score the fastest lap in the main event for the extra point if Halbert finishes second. It is that close. 2 could even face a run-off at the end of today's meeting if they finish level on points. So we're almost ready to get underway with the parade of riders. Let's take a closer look at the entry, starting with the wild card, Bruno Bellan. Converts from the world of Speedway, where he's made SGP2 and Speedway of Nations 2 appearances. He'll draw on his home track knowledge today. Stanislav Orodnik, just 3 points in the last 3 rounds for the ever-fast gating Ukrainian. Season which promised much at its beginning has rather fizzled out. William Bonici is next. Been a quiet debut World Championship campaign for the Frenchman. He's progressed well, though, in the last couple of rounds, picking up points. Menno van Meer, 3 grand finals in a row for the Dutchman. Marius Kirscher made up for disappointment at home in Germany with a storming performance at Vassad to take 5th place. Jack Bell, a quieter performance for the Brit on a smaller oval in Hungary, failed to make the final for the first time in 2025. Daniele Tonelli has slipped back in the last 2 rounds after a brilliant start to 2025. Going to take something special if he's going to gain a World Championship medal today. Marcus Gell, 16th and 17th in the last 2 rounds for the German, made 2 grand finals earlier this year, though. Max Hellman, aside from a strong showing in round 1 at Terenzano, been a quiet season for the Austrian. Tim Neve has been on the podium in the last 2 rounds, hit problems earlier in the season, most are out of contention for medals. Vit Janacek, the best newcomer of 2025, has reached all 5 grand finals this year. Christian Stanger reached the last chance qualifier in his World Championship debut despite a couple of falls. Only got 1 point in Hungary in his second appearance, though. Nikita Alyani bounced back from home disappointment with bike troubles to finish 14th last time out in Hungary. Kevin Corradetti, the only man on the pace of Sammy Halbert in round 4 to finish second. Klaus Meyer, the Austrian, always a rapid gaiter but struggles to hang on in front. He's had 2 no scores in a row. Will try and make the finals today. Gerard Bailo Pellegrin, highest placed rider in the standings without a podium so far this year, the Spaniard. Santiago Aranjo of Argentina put in his best ever World Championship performance at Stiesel in round 4, only just missed the podium. Giacomo Bossetti has been just outside the top 10 in each of the 5 rounds this year. Michele Guerra, he's gone well in his debut World Championship season, has qualified for 3 grand finals. Great to see the Finn Saku Pertilo back after an injury-hit season this year. He'll aim to make the finals today as a minimum. 274 is the Italian Alex Dalla Valle, back in the World Championship for the first time since his debut on home turf at Terenzano, which just leaves the top 3 now making their way into line. Certainly looks as though one of the home heroes from the Czech Republic, Ondřej Svědík, is on for a World Championship medal, has finished in the top 5 of every round so far. Next to him is Erwin Krajcevic, now the all-time record point scorer in World Championship history with 450. Needs a win today to stand a chance of wresting the championship back in front of his home fans. And Sammy Halbert completes the lineup. 2 wins on contrasting venues in size in Germany and Hungary have put the American back in control. He only really needs to finish ahead of Erwin Krajcevic to retain his world title. Beautiful weather here in the Czech Republic today. We've already explained the top 2. The battle for bronze is more clear-cut. Ondřej Svědík some 16 points clear of Daniele Tonelli, who has struggled a bit in the last 2 rounds, failed to make the finals in Germany at Stiesel. 2021 Pardubice winner Corradetti completing the top 5 in the standings. 24 riders going into battle here this afternoon. All the major players, as we've seen, are present. Stefano Castaragi's absence with a broken shoulder sustained in round 3 in Croatia continues. Marius Kirscher is his replacement. Alex Dallavali returning for the first time since round 1 in place of the absent Jasmin Poppenreiter. So the first of our 12 qualifying heats will get underway fairly shortly once the parade is complete. We caught up with a couple of the riders a little earlier on.
What's up, guys? We are here in Pardubice, kind of a home race for me because I'm born in Czech Republic in Most, and we are here on the first floor of the paddock. That's some specialty about this track, and we are going down now in the stadium and I'm gonna show you the track. This is a hard track with a sandy, stony surface, a little bit like mud, we could say also. You can see it's the first top 3 to 4 centimeters which are loose, which generating the grip. The corners are banked, so you can take a lot of speed into the corners. And with the sun of the midday heat, the track will dry up and maybe we will see some blue groove. That means rubber on the mud today. We are here on the starting grid. There you have the different rods. You need to choose the right one. That's where you see the riders when they taking out the mud off the rod to have a better drive, to get kicked out in the start. Then you shift one up and go into the first corner. We are here in the middle of the second corner, and as you can see, it's a very wide corner. So you can choose the inner line, the middle line, the outer line. It's fully banked, so it should work out everywhere. So there are gonna be a lot of opportunities to overtake. You can see with the grandstands, it's like a feeling of riding in a football stadium. It's very nice, very professional, beautiful stadium. I hope you enjoyed the track walk with me and see you in the race.
So great to hear from one of our medal contenders there, Ondřej Švedik, one of our home heroes. 2 riders from the Czech Republic in the top 3 of the standings going into this final round. The format today sees 12 qualifying heats with 8 riders in each. The top 10 scorers qualify directly to the grand final. Heat races, 7 for a win, 6 for second, and so on downwards, as we hear the national anthem of the Czech Republic. The national anthem of our host nation, the Czech Republic, for this final round of the FIM Flat Track World Championship 2025. To explain the format once again, 12 qualifying heats, 8 riders in each, 7 points for a win, 6 for second, and so on downwards. The top 10 scorers go directly into the grand final, the next 10 to the last chance race. Only the top 2 finishers go through to the main event. The lowest 4 scorers from the heats are eliminated. The heats take place over 8 laps, the last chance over 5, and the grand final is 12 laps. Now, should Erwin Krajcevic and Sami Halbert finish level on points, which is a possibility for the championship, there will be a 5-lap runoff between the 2 of them for the world title. So the riders now head back towards the pit area then to prepare for heat number 1. Our first 8 riders will be on track very shortly indeed. Seen 5 fantastic rounds so far this year. It all began at Terenzano in Italy on the speedway track in the spring, with Erwin Krajcevic awarded the win there. The final was stopped after a tangle further back in the order involving Gerard Bailo and a couple of others. Krajcevic was the winner. Daniele Tonelli got his first ever podium finish in second, and Ondřej Švedik was third. The main contender eliminated in that first round was Tim Neve, the British rider with bike problems, eliminating him before the last chance qualifier. He only picked up 1 point, and that wrote him out of championship contention right at the first hurdle. Second round was at Meissen in Germany. It was won by Sammy Halbert ahead of Andrej Švedik and Erwin Krajcevic. Sammy Halbert making up for finishing only down in 5th place. He got a penalty in the final at Terenzano for delaying the start. Had to start at the back of the grid, could only come through for 5th. But he made amends by winning the second round. Then it was on to round 3, an incident-packed event in Croatia at Gorican. Krajcevic won there ahead of Tonelli and Švedik. Sammy Halbert was involved in a crash with Tim Neve in the grand final, had to come through from the back and again could only manage 5th place. But he made amends at Stiesel on the 1,000-metre circuit in Germany, where only Kevin Corradetti could keep up with him. Halbert took the win on a circuit much more suited to his flat-out style, similar to the American flat tracks, the half-mile and 1 mile ovals that he races on over there. Kevin Corradetti was second, Tim Neve back on the podium in third. Well, impressing many was Santiago Arangio, the South American, finishing in 4th place. And then just a week ago, we were at the new venue of Vasad in Hungary, near Budapest. And despite the much shorter venue, it was Halbert on top again, Tim Neve second, and Erwin Krajcevic made up for slipping to 6th place in Germany by completing the podium, and he's just 4 points behind Sammy Halbert heading into today's grand finale. Andrej Švedik, just one final win so far in his career. That came in 2023 at the National Speedway Stadium in Manchester in England. A very wet day that was, as well, as Švedik led home Krajcevic to take his first and only so far grand final victory. He's been on the podium 3 times this year. He's 16 points clear of Daniele Tonelli for the bronze medal in the standings. He's 9 points behind Erwin Krajcevic, so it certainly looks like he's safe for the bronze medal. Tonelli is 6 points clear of Kevin Corradetti. The highest placed rider who hasn't finished on the podium yet this year is Gerard Bailo. So our first 8 riders will shortly be making their way forward then for heat number 1. And we'll be seeing out in this one Kevin Corradetti and Daniele Tonelli will be out in this first race. We'll have a trio of Italians. Giacomo Bossetti completes the lineup. He always seems to be the nearly man. He always just seems to miss out on the grand final. He's down in 12th place in the World Championship at the moment as Tonelli gets ready. What a fabulous start to the season he had, with a pair of second places in rounds 1 and 3 in Italy and Croatia, but then a disaster at Stiesel when he failed to make the grand final. Only picked up 8 points. Didn't like the larger track at Stiesel, and then only 13 points in Hungary last week as well. So that may have put the kibosh on his chances of taking a World Championship medal this year. Don't forget, there is that extra point for the fastest lap in the final. It's gone to the winner in every round except one. And that was round 1 at Terenzano when Andrej Švedik got the fastest lap. And that fastest lap point could play a decider in the title this year, because as we said earlier, if Krajcevic wins ahead of Halbert and Krajcevic gets the fastest lap, the two of them will finish level on points. There is Sammy Halbert's machine. Normally sports number 69, but number 1 this season as the world champion. There is the Washington State rider, looking very relaxed before this opening race, just psyching himself up. He's first due out in Heat 2. Fans getting into position. It's a festival of racing over 3 days here this weekend at this fabulously appointed stadium in Pardubice. Last night we saw the final round of the European Championship in Speedway. The Speedway European won this year by Patryk Dudek of Poland, so he becomes a Speedway Grand Prix rider for 2026. And we have the World Flat Track finale here this afternoon, the Golden Ribbon Speedway event for under-21 riders. Adam Bubba Bednar won that last year. And then tomorrow it is the big event of Czech Republic Speedway, the annual Czech Golden Helmet, the most prestigious trophy in Speedway, certainly outside of the World Championships. Won last year by Rasmus Jensen of Denmark. He donned the solid gold crash helmet awarded to the winner. A very special event that is indeed. It's coming up tomorrow. Andrej Švedik and Erwin Krajšović get ready, side by side in the pits. Švedik will be due out in heat number 2. Krajšović not till heat 3. There's 4 blocks of 3 races. Each rider gets 4 qualifying heats. Tension beginning to mount. A beautifully sunny day here in the Czech Republic. The track was being graded and watered one final time. There's Glenn Phillips on track of Great Britain, the former world long track rider, the FIM race director today. Just overseeing matters, just checking the track is in perfect condition ahead of our first heat. The riders we'll see for heat number 1 will be Giacomo Bossetti of Italy. He'll be on the front row alongside Jack Bell, runner-up in the British Flat Track Championship this year behind Tim Neve. Newly signed to the Triumph factory team based in the UK. Struggled a bit last time out in Hungary, only picked up 6 points. Completing the front row will be the 2 Austrians, Klaus Meyer and the man we see here, Max Hellmann. He hasn't had the best of seasons this year. Max, he had a very good opening round, picking up 15 points in Italy, but then finished 20th in the second round in Meissen in Germany, and has struggled since then. He's down in 16th place in the world standings at the moment. His fellow countryman Klaus Meyer, number 25, will start alongside him. He's had 3 no scores this year, only 8 points for Klaus Meyer across the 5 rounds. He always seems to make the start on the Kawasaki, but then drops back as the race goes on. On the second row will be Daniele Tonelli. He'll be one to watch on the TM machine. Next to him will be Kevin Corradetti. We all saw what he can do in the last couple of rounds, particularly at Schiesel, where he finished second. He's won here at Pardubice before. That was back in 2021. There's Giacomo Bossetti. He'll be on inside pole for this first race. Completing the field for this one will be Saku Pertilo, the young Finn. There he is on the right of your screen. Protege of Lasse Kurvinen, the 2-time world champion who retired last year. Completing the lineup, Menno van Meer of the Netherlands. Looks like the riders are about to be released onto track any moment then for the first heat here at the Svitkov Stadium in Pardubice, one of the most historic venues in track racing, not just in Europe, but around the world. Saku Pertilo, what an unlucky season he has had. He crashed in the opening round at Terenzano, came back and then crashed again in Croatia, suffering 2 broken wrists. Has only just made his comeback over the last couple of rounds. He failed to score in Hungary last time out. He's down in 23rd in the World Championship as he upholds Scandinavian honour now that Lasse Kurvinen, his mentor, has retired from competition. It looks like we are just about ready then for heat number 1. As 450cc engine machines begin to rev up, predominantly 450cc. The riders will be signalled forward by the race director out onto track to take their grid positions. The contact there already between Max Hellmann and Saku Pertilo in the pit lane. So I reckon Corradetti will be the favourite here in this heat number 1. He's in the second row of the grid, in P6, effectively on the grid. And here they come then. Corradetti and Max Hellmann lead them out onto track in the sunshine of Pardubice. Who's going to be our first winner? Jack Bell could be in with a chance. Doesn't seem 5 minutes since he was in the youth classes of British flat track racing. Second in this year's British title race behind Tim Neve, the 2 British representatives today. No Thomas Hunt for this round, who's been in the last couple and reached the final in Germany. So into position they come then. Giacomo Bossetti off the inside gate, number 11 in the black and pink. Next to him, number 93, Jack Bell on the Triumph. 25, Klaus Meyer, and Max Hellmann, 58, complete the front row. Then on row 2, Daniele Tonelli, Kevin Corradetti, Saku Patilo and Menno van Meer. So none of our championship contenders out in this first race. 27 should be the favourites on paper anyway. Kevin Corradetti, Tonelli will be in with a chance as well. The two on the inside of the second row. Giuseppe Grandi, also an Italian, is our referee. It's time to go racing here at Pardubice. The final round of the 2025 FIM Flat Track World Championship gets underway. And down to the first turn, it's a good start by Bossetti on the inside in yellow. Klaus Meyer with a decent getaway as always, but it's Giacomo Bossetti, number 11, who leads away on the gas. He's already got a clear advantage down the far side. The challenge is on for second place. Corradetti around the outside, up into P2. Jack Bell is in third as they complete the first of 8 laps. Corradetti going for the outside. He's surely going to take the lead through turns 1 and 2. He's up alongside his fellow Italian. No, Bossetti holds him off for the moment. But here comes the 27 of Corradetti around the outside. The Yamaha takes the lead, and the rest being left quite literally in their dust. It didn't take Corradetti long to hit the front. 1.5 laps into this 8-lap opening heat. Second place in yellow is Giacomo Bossetti, the number 11. Third place looks like it's Jack Bell on the number 93. The rest of them fairly well spaced out behind. Don't forget it's 7 points for a win, 6 for second, 5 for third, and so on downwards. The top 10 scorers go straight to the grand final. Kevin Corradetti's a little bit out of shape there through turn 4 as he reaches half distance. Someone going rather slowly at the back of the field I saw there. They might see some lap traffic coming into play here. So the leaders make their way through turns 3 and 4. There's Jack Bell in third position. The rest of them are well strung out behind. It's like Menno van Meer possibly in fourth place on the number 100, the Dutchman. Jack Bell on his new mount, former Honda man, now on the factory Triumph, built in the Midlands of the UK. But they're not going to catch Kevin Corradetti. It's going to be 7 points, barring any mechanical maladies for the Italian. His fellow countryman Giacomo Bossetti up there in second place. It is fairly dusty out there on this warm day. Plenty of watering will be done in between the blocks of heat, I am sure. Into the last lap we go. Bossetti is not going to catch Kevin Corradetti. Best result this year, a second place at Stiesel in Germany. Beyond that, a 5th in Croatia, 5th in the World Championship coming into this round. He's coming in to take our first win of the day here at Pardubice. He takes the checkered flag. The rest of the pack come over the line behind, and we will confirm the results in just a moment officially. There is the checkered flag, and Corradetti wins it ahead of Giacomo Bossetti. Jack Bell comes over in third place. I think the last lap signal was given slightly early there, but we complete the 8 laps, and we'll confirm the results in just a few moments' time. Kevin Corradetti, the winner of heat number 1. We await confirmation of the rest of the results. It was Giacomo Bossetti scoring 6 points in second place, 5 points for Jack Bell in third position. It was Menno van Meer who finished in fourth place, so he scores 4. 3 points for Max Hellman, the Austrian. 2 points for Saku Pertilo of Finland. 1 for Klaus Meyer of Austria. And at the back was Daniele Tonelli. Now that's a surprise. I saw his machine going slowly early on, so maybe bike problems there for Daniele Tonelli. He was at least 3/4 of a lap down on the leaders. So Tonelli, it looks like, won't be catching Andrej Švedik for third place here. Heat number 2 coming to the line. That's Alex Dalla Valle, second World Championship appearance for him off the inside of row 1, alongside Vit Janacek, the home hero on the number 51, completing the front row. We will have Gerard Bailo of Spain and Andrej Švedik on the number 22. Sami Halbert is on the second row alongside number 16 on the inside That is Santiago Aranjo, Marcus Gell and William Bonici complete the lineup for heat number 2. We're underway already. Watch for Halbert from the second row of the grid into the first lane. It is Andrej Švedik who will take the lead around the outside of his fellow countryman Vít Janeček. Gerard Bijlo on the Zeta machine, trying to have a go up the inside. He wants the first podium of the season, the 2022 world champion. Going for the inside on Janeček, and he's going through, but already tucked in behind him is the number 1, which is Sammy Halbert. Here comes the world champion with the gold number 1 on his back. He's up to 3rd behind Bijlo. He's relegated Janeček back to 4th place. A much stronger lineup in this heat number 2. But it is Andrej Švedik who leads the way. Halbert hacks in on turn 3. They don't call him Slamming Sammy for nothing. Forces Gerard Bijlo out wide. He's up into 2nd place. Halbert wasting no time here. He wants a 3rd consecutive round victory today to secure his world championship. If Halbert wins, he's world champion. He's got to finish ahead of Erwin Krajcevic. Krajcevic has to defeat him today to win that world title. Halbert trying to chase down Andrej Švedik, the man who's on for the bronze medal today, but he's under pressure now through the second bend. Bijlo is in 3rd place. Looks like it's still Janeček in 4th. Those 4 have gone fairly well clear of the rest of the field. There's a good scrap going on for 5th with Santiago Aranjo coming through on the inside there. Now the battle is really on for the lead. The 3 of them line astern here. Švedik, Halbert, Bijlo in 3rd. He's dropped back a little there. He hasn't got the straight line speed in the Zeta, and Halbert's going for the inside. Švedik just about has the pace to hold him off. The Czech fans are cheering him on. The air horns are sounding. They are loving this. Can Andrej Švedik hang on? Halbert's up the inside as they come through turn 2, but Švedik holds him off. Current leader of the Czech National Championship, Erwin Krajcevic, missed the last round to spend time preparing for today's meeting at Pardubice. Janeček is currently 2nd in that championship. He's 4th in this race, or has he come through now for 3rd? Past Bijlo. We'll check that in a moment. Thought I saw that Janeček had possibly come through there. No, it is still Bijlo there in 3rd, the number 17. Is that Aranjo reeling in 4th place as well? We go into the final lap. The yellow flag with the black cross is out. I think the 22 is going to hang on here ahead of Sammy Halbert. It's going to be a win for Andrej Švedik. I don't think Halbert's going to get close enough on the final turn. The 7 points are going to go to Andrej Švedik, the home hero. The crowd roars him across the line. Halbert comes over in 2nd place. The rest of the pack will come home behind. 3rd place for Gerard Bijlo. He picks up the 5 points. I think it was Vít Janeček who hung on for 4th. We'll confirm that in a moment. But Andrej Švedik defeats Sammy Halbert in our first heat of the day. In their first heat of the day, the 2nd race of this round 5 here in Pardubice. So 7 points go to Andrej Švedik, 6 for Sammy Halbert. Gerard Bijlo takes 5. It's 4 points for Santiago Aranjo. He did get there on the final lap. And Vít Janeček is relegated to 5th. He picks up only 3. 2 points for Marcus Gell of Germany. Then further back, 1 point for William Bonici, and Alex Dallavale fails to score in as injury cover today. The Italian, his 2nd appearance of the season. He fails to score in his first ride. Grid for heat number 3 then. Nikita Alyani of Germany off the inside of row 1 alongside Stanislav Horodnik, the Ukrainian. Completing the front row, we have Christian Stanger of Germany and another German, Marius Kircher. He was very impressive last time out in Hungary. Row 2, 34, Erwin Krajcevic, the man all the home fans will be pinning their hopes on. Next to him, Bruno Bellan in as a wild card, converting from speedway to flat track this season. Then number 4 is Michele Guerra, and 54, Tim Neve, the British rider, looking for a 3rd consecutive podium, a possible first World Championship round victory here today. Stymied early season, bike problems at Terenzano and a crash in Croatia. Looking to fight back here, so Krajcevic and Neve, I reckon, will be the 2 to watch here in heat number 3 from the 2nd row of the grid. We are underway. Usual fast gate by Stanislav Horodnik. He is a demon starter, and he takes the lead ahead of Marius Kircher in the yellow colours there, but he switches back to the inside. The German, who was only in as injury cover this season for his fellow countryman Christian Stanger, but has stayed around as cover for other riders. He's contested every round, and he's going to try and take the lead here for Horodnik at the end of the first lap. But who's this coming up the outside? That is Tim Neve, and Erwin Krajcevic is on the inside. They're up to 3rd and 4th already. 96, Marius Kircher leads the way. Up on the outside is Ohorodnik, but here comes Tim Neave. He's trying to go between the two of them, and Krajcevic is there on the inside. There could be 4 wide for the lead here, almost coming off turn 4. Closest race we've had today so far. Somehow, Kircher has held them off. Here comes Tim Neave up on the outside on the 54. Is Kircher going to squeeze him wide? No, he's not. Tim Neave is surely going to take the lead here. Around the outside, the British national champion takes it up. And here comes Krajcevic. Round the outside of Marius Kircher, one of 3 Germans in this heat number 3. Side by side as they go down the back straight, and Krajcevic is through on the outside to a cheer from the crowd. Michele Guerra looks like on the number 4 is up there in 4th place. It's all about these leading runners at the moment. Tim Neave, number 54. Can he strike a psychological blow early on by defeating Erwin Krajcevic? Stanley Halbert's already been beaten in his first ride. Battle is on further back in the order. Likes of Christian Stanger in there. Bruno Bellan, our wild card as well, the Speedway regular. Erwin Krajcevic getting ever closer as they go down the back straight. It's the tighter line through 3 and 4 on this perfect 400-metre circuit here at Pardubice. He's getting ever closer to Tim Neave. Only a couple of laps to go now in this heat number 3. Can Erwin Krajcevic snatch the win? It's all about these two. They pulled away now from Marius Kircher. Last lap flag is out. And Erwin Krajcevic, is he limbering up for a last bit? Oh, slight mistake there from Tim Neave. He stood the bike up coming through turn 2. But Krajcevic, is he going to get close enough? This is going to be the closest finish of the day so far. Krajcevic is going for the outside. They're going to finish side by side. I think Neave has just held it. Great finish there. Tim Neave takes the 7 points. Krajcevic is beaten in his first heat of the day. And we'll check the rest of the results in just a moment. I think it was Marius Kircher who came over in 3rd place, but we'll wait to double check that in a moment. Yes, it was Kircher in 3rd place, but 7 points for Tim Neave and 6 for Erwin Krajcevic. Kircher picks up the 5 points. 4 points go to Michele Guerra on the number 4, the Italian. 3 points for Nikita Aljani. 2 for Christian Stanger. So all the Germans pick up points in that one. Plenty of German representation here today. So Stanger picks up 2 points. Stanislav Orodnik picks up 1. Bruno Bellan at the back in his first World Championship ride. So we have our joint 3 leaders after heats 1 to 3. The first block of races here at Pardubice. Tim Neave, Andrej Švedik and Kevin Corradetti, all on 7 points. Halbert and Krajcevic both beaten in our first round of races. They're level with Giacomo Bossetti.
All right, so here you go. We've got a 500cc Speedway motorcycle. It's a single cylinder, no fuel injection, no traction control, no ECU unit. This is a carbureted motorcycle that's basically goes 0 to 60 in roughly 2 to 3 seconds. These bikes are made to go fast. It's a very simple motorcycle with a rigid frame. You've got a dry clutch, no brakes, and literally it is rev it up at the start, dump the clutch, and you start spinning the wheel and you're spinning the whole way around. Now we see the Speedway bike hard on the gas, turning very quickly, positioning the body a little bit for the exit. So you can carry a really good speed on a Speedway bike, which makes it an overall speed faster than a flat track bike. But perhaps a flat track bike has a great acceleration and a really fast top speed, but a lot of differences here is you've got suspension in the front on a flat track bike, you've got a rear brake on this side as well. So these bikes and the steering radius on a flat track bike only goes so far, where the steering radius on a Speedway bike, you can nearly go to a full lock. This is the difference of being able to pivot the bike in the middle of the corner on Speedway, stand it up, drive it out of the corner. Where the flat track guys, they have to come into the corner, basically shut off, tap the brake a little bit, steer in on the front wheel, kind of a reverse angle on the wheel. As they get to the middle of the apex, they stand the bike up, and then you see them gas it out. Again, the flat track bike off the gas, steering with the front wheel quite a lot, middle of the corner, moving the body back on the bike to get the grip, and then driving out of the corner. The biggest difference with speedway and flat track is the entry to the corner. These guys come in a little bit slower than we do, but that's for various reasons. They've got suspension, they don't have the steering radius, and it's a much bigger motorcycle, bigger tires, you know, bigger, wider width, but a smaller diameter on the front. These are just a few key elements to generate the difference between the two, but both of them are absolutely insane to watch.
Three qualifying heats gone and 9 to go here at Pardubice in round 6 of the FIM Flat Track World Championship 2025. Second round of heats coming up. Sammy Halbert will feature in heats number 4, as will Andrej Svedek. Svedek defeated him the first time they clashed earlier on. Gerard Bailo is out again in that one, and Daniele Tonelli will desperately need some points. Erwin Krajcevic will feature in heats number 5. Start in that one, we see Vic Janacek, another of the home heroes, Jack Bell as well. Tim Neve, meanwhile, will go in that one, meeting Krajcevic again. And in Max Hellman will lead the lineup for heat number 6, along with our wild card Bruno Bellan. Kevin Corradetti will probably be the favourite for another victory there. Stanislav Orodnik we see getting ready here in the pits. Usual story for him in his first ride, heat number 3. Good gate, was in front around the first lap along with Marius Kirscher, eventually dropped back to finish in 7th place, picking up 1 point. He's out in heat number 4, will start from the 2nd row. Next to him in his pit box is Michele Guerra. He'll be out in race 5 of the day. Quite the grading period is complete, the start lines being repainted. With extra grading completed, riders now heading out onto track for heats at number 4 here at Pardubice. We're at the finale of the FIM Flat Track World Championship for 2025. Reminder of the lineup for this one. Championship leader Sammy Halbert will be in pole position on the number 1 machine. He's on 6 points. Next to him, Klaus Meyer, number 25 on the Kawasaki. He's on 1 point. Giacomo Bussetti is on 6 on the number 11. Completing the front rank is Nikita Aljani, number 43. He's on 3 points. The 2nd row of what's a strong lineup here, we have Andrej Svedek going for 2 wins out of 2. He's on 7. Treble 7 alongside him, Stanislav Orodnik is on 1 point. Gerard Bailo is on 5 points, number 17. And number 90, Daniele Tonelli, needs points here. He's yet to score. Remember, around 16 is the score you need to get into the grand final. That first attempt, about 7 or 8 points minimum to get into the last chance qualifier is how it usually goes. We're underway then with heat set number 4. Decent start by Giacomo Bussetti. Sammy Halbert gets out with him, and Halbert leads the way. But coming around on the outside, that's Nikita Aljani. He's got a flyer, and he's into the lead as we head down the back straight. I did not expect that, but he's gone wide through turns 3 and 4. Bussetti back up the inside, and Halbert's back in 3rd place. Nikita Aljani with an absolute flyer there off turn 2. Here comes Tonelli getting into the mix as well. Well, I expected Sammy Halbert to run away. Oh, Bussetti's come down. Down goes Giacomo Bussetti. What happened there? He fell very suddenly coming out of turn 2. Hopefully he can get clear and the race will continue. Halbert now up the inside of Nikita Aljani. Moves him wide off turn 4 and takes up the lead. Aljani stuck on the wide line, and Daniele Tonelli now comes through. No, he doesn't. Aljani, where is he finding the drive from coming off that 2nd bend? Tonelli in 3rd place, side by side with Gerard Bailo. Bailo at the inside on the Zayeta. He hasn't had the success he previously enjoyed since switching from Kawasaki, the former world champion. It's Halbert now in the clear. I expected him to run away right from the start in this one. What I did not expect is Nikita Aljani to be up there challenging for the lead, but he made a mistake there through turn 4. Tonelli comes through now into 2nd place. Yes, Aljani trying a little bit too hard there through turns 3 and 4. Giacomo Bussetti, so strong first time out, battling with Kevin Corradetti for the lead. He was leading there, but he suddenly came down through turn 2. I can't quite see if he's remounted. But Tonelli here up the inside. Oh, he's come down now through turn 2. He was challenging for the lead. There's riders scattering everywhere to try and avoid him. I think the race is going to continue. Yeah, Bossetti is on the centre, so he's out of it. I just caught a glimpse there. But Daniele Tonelli, this could be 2 no scores in a row unless he can remount. And surely he'd be out of the grand final at the first attempt. Sammy Halbert was lucky there. He was just about to come under fire from Daniele Tonelli and he lost it. Well, an incident-packed heat number 4. Into the last lap goes Sammy Halbert. I think Tonelli has got going again, I saw there on turns 1 and 2. Bossetti is out of it. He's on the infield at turn 2. There's Tonelli just in front of the leader, so he's going to try and come round and make it to the finish. He has been lapped. But it's a win for Sammy Halbert on the number 1 machine. And I think it was Gerard Bailo who took second after all of that. We'll have to check out the rest of the results. There was so much going on there. But Sammy Halbert keeping his head while all around him seemingly losing theirs. And he takes the temporary lead of this meeting. Right, let's check out the results of that one then. So much going on there with Agliani and Tonelli both challenging for the lead. Bossetti as well, 2 of them falling. We never even saw Andrej Švedik. He was back in the pack. So Sammy Halbert was the winner. He moves on to 13 points. It was Bailo in second. So he's now on 11. Third place did go to Nikita Agliani. That's a great result for the German against strong opposition. He's on to 8 points. Andrej Švedik was only down in 4th place. He picks up 4 points following a win first time out, so he moves to 11 points. In 5th place was Klaus Meyer. He's on to 4 points. 6th place was Stanislav Ohorodnik. He's on 3. Daniele Tonelli was Giacomo Bossetti was a faller. He remains on 6th, and Daniele Tonelli was disqualified, so he has yet to score from 2 rides. What an extraordinary race that was. On to heat number 5 then. Vit Janacek off the inside alongside Menno van Meer. Erwin Krajcevic and Tim Neve from the front row of the grid are going to be the ones to watch here. Then Alex Dalla Valle, Michele Guerra, Santiago Orangio and Jack Bell completing the lineup. Neve going for 2 wins out of 2. Krajcevic is on 6. Jack Bell on 5. They're going to be the names to watch here. Away we go with heat number 5. Krajcevic gets away well. It's a bit of a squeeze on Menno van Meer there. Tim Neve going for the outside. He's going to take the lead. Looks like the grip is on the wide line. Someone's gone down further back. I'll try and identify that in a moment. Everybody else has avoided. Charging up the inside there, Santiago Orangio attacking Menno van Meer. That's the battle for 4th place, the 16 and the 100, but the race is being stopped. The race has been stopped. We have a faller on turn 2. So we'll await to confirm who that is. I think it's Michele Guerra who's gone down. Stuck underneath the bike there, I think, so hope he's okay. Tim Neve had just taken the lead when the race was stopped, so I imagine that will be a rerun over the full distance. We'll wait and see. Race director signalling riders to stay on track. And go straight back round. It is Michele Guerra, number 4, who has come down. He's up and okay after a check from the officials, though. Watch towards the back of the field. He's in 6th place. Just over slides there, and down he goes. The 2 at the back go either side of him. I think the bike had landed on his leg there, so he wasn't able to get up. But he's okay. Wait to see if he takes part in the rerun. Race director, is he going to signal? Yes, I imagine Guerra will start from the penalty line behind the 2nd row. Race director just checking on his machine there, Glenn Phillips. And they'll signal Guerra to start from the penalty line as the cause of the stoppage. Michele Guerra, World Championship newcomer this year. He's 15th in the standings at the moment. Had a no score in round 4 in Germany. So ready for a rerun of heat number 5 then. Vit Janacek, Menno van Meer, Irving Krajcevic and Tim Neve on the front row. Alex Dalla Valle, Santiago Arangio and Jack Bell on row 2. Michele Guerra restarts from the back. Revs are up and away they go. Much better start this time by Tim Neve. He'll cut across into the first turn again. Van Meer gets squeezed out and Krajcevic only in 4th place there around the first turn. Janacek, who got away well, and he's challenging for the lead as they come off turn 2. Have a look up the inside. He moves Tim Neve out wide. That's good aggression from Janacek, but it's letting Krajcevic make it 3 wide for the lead as they complete lap number 1. It's almost 3 wide for 4th as well. Jack Bell stuck on the inside there in the traffic. It's 54 Tim Neve who has the lead. Janacek up there in 2nd place, and Krajcevic trying to move through on his inside. Menno van Meer, the Dutchman, in 4th place, the multiple Dutch flat track champion. But Janacek showing the way to his fellow countrymen at the moment. This is a surprise. Here's Krajcevic getting frustrated there. He's trying to go around the outside now of Vit Janacek, who's not giving way. There's clearly no team orders among the Czech riders. It's every man for himself out there, no team racing, certainly. Here comes Krajcevic around the outside, and he's taken 2nd place now. But has he left it too late to go after Tim Neve out in front? If Neve wins here, then he will be the joint... no, he'll go to the top, I apologise, because Sammy Halbert was defeated first time out, of course. So Tim Neve will take the temporary lead of the meeting. We'll wait to see what Kevin Corradetti does in Heat 6. Janacek still there in 3rd. They're well ahead of the rest who are battling for 4th place. I think it's Arangio in 4th, the number 16, teammate of Kevin Corradetti. It's the closing stages now of this heat number 5. Tim Neve out in front. Regular road racer, as well as flat trackers, competed in British Superbikes briefly in the past, in British Superstock as well. Krajcevic, the former motocross man, is getting closer now. When he took up flat track around 5 years ago, quit motocross due to injuries. World champion in 2023, won here last year, and he's challenging Tim Neve now for the lead. He's getting closer and closer. Can he take his first heat win of the day? Can Tim Neve make it 2 and take the lead of this meeting? He wants a first World Championship victory today, but Krajcevic is going for it as they come into the final turn. He's going to try and go round the outside. Can he get there on the run to the line? Tim Neve hangs the back wheel out, but Krajcevic, I think, just got there on the line. We'll await confirmation of that. I think Krajcevic stole it. That was the closest finish of the day so far. Well, we'll await the official word on that. Tim Neve and Irving Krajcevic shake hands after the race. That was a great race, the best we've had so far today, and Krajcevic has won it. The result is confirmed. Irving Krajcevic snatched the win on the line from Tim Neve. And that puts both of them on 13 points. They're level with Sammy Halbert. So Krajcevic the winner, Neve in 2nd place. 5 points go to Vit Janacek in 3rd. He's now on 8 points. 4th place for Santiago Arangio. He's on 8 points. The 3 points go to Menno van Meer. He moves on to 7. 2 points for Jack Bell. A quiet day for the 2nd of the British riders so far. He's on 7. 1 point there for Michele Guerra. None the worse for his tumble. He's on 5. And Alex Dalla Valle, the Italian, finished at the back. He's yet to score. So we have 3 joint leaders as we go into heat number 6. Now, if Kevin Corradetti can win this from the outside of the 2nd row, he'll be in the lead of the meeting. The full lineup for this one: Max Hellman off the inside of row 1. He's on 3 points. Next to him, Marius Kircher. He's on 5. A good ride first time out. Saku Pertilo is next to them. He's on 2 points. Completing the front row, Marcus Gell. He's on 2 points. 2nd row, Christian Stanger on 2. Then alongside him, William Bonici, the Frenchman. He's on 1 point. Bruno Bellan yet to score. Corradetti on 7 from the back, starts as the favourite. We're underway. Corradetti's going to try and go around the outside of everybody. Marcus Gell there just clipping Saku Pertilo, but he's taken the lead. Corradetti cuts back in. Is he going to surge down the inside here into turn 3? He's attacking Marius Kircher for 2nd place. As they come round and complete the opening lap, it is 82 Marcus Gell who leads the way for Germany. There's Bruno Bellan on his World Championship debut, the number 12. He's up into around 5th position. Home track advantage for him, of course, here this afternoon. But it's 82 Marcus Gell The winter competes in ice speedway racing. Finished in the top 10 of the World Championship a couple of years ago. Sat out the ice speedway season last year with personal commitments though. Chased by Kevin Corradetti. Kircher is in third place. Down the back straight they go. Magnificent sight. 8 machines out on track at once. And here comes Corradetti up the inside. He forces his way through. Takes the lead from Marcus Jell. Kircher still hanging on in third. Then it's Max Hellmann. He's going well in fourth place, the Austrian teenager. The rest of them being left behind slightly now. So Kevin Corradetti, who's won here 4 years ago in the Czech round at Pardubice, he's going to be leading the meeting by 1 point. There'll be just 1 point covering the top 4 at the halfway stage of our qualifying heats. Pulling away as they go down the back straight. He's seen his main rivals defeated once each in their first 2 rounds of heats, and the battle between the 2 Germans intensifying now. Marius Kircher challenging Marcus Jell for second place. Jell, one of the most experienced riders at World Championship level. Chasing them down is Max Hellmann. And behind them, Bruno Bellard, a much better ride from him on the 12. Hellmann having a look to the inside as Kircher got out of shape there. Bellard up the inside, he takes fourth place. Where did he come from there? Home fans will enjoy that. Rest of the field strung out behind them. Corradetti has pulled away. Surely he is heading for victory. Going to the final lap of this heat number 6 here at Pardubice. Bruno Bellard is getting closer now. He could snatch third with a bit of luck on the final turn. But it's going to be a win for Kevin Corradetti, and he's going to take the lead of this meeting. Who's going to win the battle for second place? Will it be Jell or Kircher across the line? I think it was Marcus Jell who got there for the 6 points. It's an improvement on only 2 first time out. No doubt about your winner though. Kevin Corradetti takes the lead of this meeting on 14 points. The only rider unbeaten after 2 rides. So we'll confirm the result then. Kevin Corradetti, the winner, moves on to 14 points. It was Marcus Jell in second. He's on 8. In third place for Marius Kircher. He moves on to 10. Fourth was Bruno Bellard. A much better ride from him. Opens his account on 4 points. In fifth position, Max Hellmann. A good, solid ride for him. He's on 6 points. 2 points there go to William Bonici. He's on 3 in total. 1 point for Saku Portillo, still not at 100% fitness. He's on 3 points, and at the back was Christian Stanger, who remains on 2. So Kevin Corradetti leads the way, but there's just 1 point covering the first 4. Corradetti, the only unbeaten rider. Krajcevic, Neve and Halbert on 1 point each behind. So it's already looking likely that those 4 will go through to the grand final. Andrej Švedik with a quieter second ride for 4 points on 11, level with Gerard Bailo. And then behind them with 10 points, Marius Kircher going well for the second round in a row. The big surprise early on, Daniele Tonelli, twice a podium finisher this year, stone last with no points. So we're at the halfway stage of the qualifying heats here at Pardubice, round 6 of the FIM Flat Track World Championship. In our third round of heats, Sammy Halbert will meet Tim Neve. Giacomo Bussetti will look to make up for his fall in heat number 4. Gerard Bailo wants to watch in there as well. Kevin Corradetti will go for a hat-trick from the inside of the front row in heats number 8, with Erwin Krajcevic starting alongside him. Andrej Švedik also out in that one. While in heat 9, the Germans could be ones to watch there. Marcus Jell and Marius Kircher, we saw them battling early on. And Daniele Tonelli, desperate for points after a disastrous start to his day, currently in last place with no points, along with fellow Italian Alex Dallavali, who has yet to score in as cover for the absent Jasmin Poppenreiter today. With Marius Kircher continuing as cover for Stefano Casiraghi, who's out with a broken shoulder. We'll be back underway as soon as some track waterings to dampen the dust has been completed. The engine start ahead of heat number 7 here in Pardubice. Santiago Aranjo just getting some last-minute advice there as we head out for heat 7. The lineup for this one: William Bonici will be on the front of the grid. He's on 3 points. The Frenchman replaced Sébastien Jean-Pierre as France's candidate this year. Alongside him will be Gerard Bailo, 11 points for the Spaniard so far. Santiago Aranjo on 8 points, and Sammy Halbert on 13 complete the front row. Cracking lineup here, Halbert, Neve and Bailo all in the same race. Second row, Max Hellman, he's on 6 points. Good ride last time out, picking up 3 points. Next to him, it is Tim Neve on 13, just beaten by Erwin Krajcevic in his previous ride. Then we have Christian Stanger, number 44, in green on the Kawasaki. He's on 2 points. Completing the lineup from the outside, Giacomo Bassetti on 6 points, looking to improve here. Fighting for the lead in Heat 4 when he fell. When he's okay and ready to continue. Halbert will start as the favourite from the outside of the front row. Tim Neve and Gerard Bailo, the main men out to stop him. Neve with a clear run through the middle if he makes a good gate here. We are underway and down to the first turn. It's a good start by Gerard Bailo. He takes up the lead on the Zaita, number 17. Sammy Halbert into second place. He's under fire from Aranjo, having a look on the inside. Tim Neve is there on the outer and Aranjo hacks in on turn 3. Bassetti's up there as well in 4th position, so Tim Neve didn't get the start he wanted. He's back in 5th position at the moment. On the outside is Bailo. The inside, Aranjo has come through into 2nd place. He's Sammy Halbert in problems here. He's fighting for 3rd place. Bassetti could come through on the inside. Halbert could be relegated to 4th place here. Side by side for 3rd. So this could put the cat amongst the pigeons as Bassetti attacks. He does not want to come down again. He's desperate to make up for that non-score earlier on and has relegated Halbert down to 4th place. Here comes Santiago Aranjo. The Argentinian has been a revelation of the last few rounds of this World Championship, especially on the larger track at Stiesel. Bassetti going for 2nd. He goes through coming out of turn 2. A strong showing here from Giacomo Bassetti, but it's Gerard Bailo who leads the way. Round the outside now comes Aranjo back into it, and Halbert is back in 4th position. I think that's Tim Neve on his tail, the 54. Those 5 have pulled clear of everyone else. It's a 5-way battle almost for the lead of the race here. This is great stuff. Bailo out in front. Is the form book going to be torn up here? Is Halbert saving himself for the grand final? Is he playing it safe? It's not normally his style. Or has he met his match here in Pardubice? Down the back straight they go. Couple of laps to go for Gerard Bailo. 2022 World Champion, one of the most successful riders in the history of the World Championship, dating back to 2020, along with Erwin Krajcevic, who's now the record point scorer, as Aranjo tries to go around the outside, but he stands the bike up through turn 2. He doesn't quite make it on the outside of Bassetti, now cutting back to the inside. Is Halbert going to launch a last lap attack? Is he trying to surprise his rivals here? He's not going to catch our race leader. Gerard Bailo is going to take her in. Now here comes Halbert. He is waiting to leave it late and attack on the last lap on Bassetti for 3rd place. Aranjo's already gone through. Halbert does go up into 3rd place. It's going to be a win for Gerard Bailo. He hasn't had many heat wins this year, but Bailo comes in for the victory. It's going to be Aranjo in 2nd. Halbert is 3rd. And I think 4th place went to Giacomo Bassetti ahead of Tim Neve, but we'll confirm that in a moment. Gerard Bailo just pleased to be back to winning ways. He hasn't had the best of seasons, yet to make it to a podium this year. He moves on to 18 points with the win. He's level with Sammy Halbert at the top because it was Aranjo who came in 2nd. He really has been one of the surprises of this season. He moves on to 14 points with that 2nd place. Sammy Halbert scores 5, so only 1 win so far. But he's now joint top on 18 points. Tim Neve came in behind him. He did beat Bassetti home. So Tim Neve, it was in 4th place. He scores 4, moves on to 17. And Giacomo Bassetti, 3 points for the Italian. He's on to 9. 2 points there for William Bonici. He's having a reasonable day. He's on 5 points. Christian Stanger was next home on the Kawasaki. He's on 3. And Max Hellman finished at the back that time on the 58. He remains on 6. Okay, on to heat number 8 then. Kevin Corradetti going for a hat-trick is off the pole. He's on 14 points so far. Leads this meeting after 2 rounds. Next to him on 13 points, Erwin Krajcevic. They're the two to watch here. Andrej Švedik going from the second row of the grid. He's on 11 points, needs to improve. The front row completed by Jack Bell. He's on 7. And Bruno Bellan on 4 points. Second row of Klaus Meyer. P25, he's on 4 points so far. Nikita Aljani and Alex Dallavali. Dallavali has yet to score. Nikita Aljani, great ride last time out for 3rd place. He's on 8. Revs are up and away we go with heat number 8. A slow start by Bellan, tries to move across, and that's impeded Švedik. Švedik towards the back. Jack Bell fires his way through on the inside, and it's Erwin Krajcevic who has taken the lead. A bit of a sort out there off the grid caused by Bruno Bellan moving in from the outside, but it's Krajcevic who leads. Jack Bell running a bit wide there in second. He's under pressure from Corradetti, who did not get the start he wanted there. Now here comes Švedik up on the outside. Nikita Aljani ahead of him. Bellan's in there as well. There's a bit of infighting here amongst the Czech Republic riders, I think. Saw it earlier with Janešek and Krajcevic. Now the fight for second. Jack Bell back up the inside on Corradetti, who's facing his first defeat at the moment of the day. 3 wide behind them for 4th place, with Švedik trying to get round the outside. Well, the racing has been of great quality so far here at Pardubice, as Corradetti muscles his way past Jack Bell there into 2nd place. He was pretty forceful there down the back straight. And Aljani still holding off Andrej Švedik further back. Švedik's going to switch to the inside as they go into turn 1. But he's under fire from Bellan at the same time. Švedik goes through. Well, he started off well with a win, defeating Giacomo Bussetti and defeating Sammy Halbert in his first ride. But has struggled a bit since then, Andrej Švedik. He's up to 3rd now behind Corradetti, but can they catch our race leader? It could be on for a surprise result here in this heat number 8. I thought Kevin Corradetti was going to run away with this, but Erwin Krajcevic is running away with it instead. He got the advantage from the start, and Krajcevic is looking good here. If he wins this, he'll be on to 20 points and will top the standings. So far, look at the lead he's got. He's the length of the back straight ahead, with Sammy Halbert slightly off the pace by the look of that 3rd place in heat number 7. Could this be Krajcevic's title today? Now here comes Švedik on the outside of Jack Bell for P3, and he goes around the Triumph lap. The KTM up into 3rd position. It's another KTM out in front, that of Erwin Krajcevic. Corradetti on the Yamaha in 2nd. Across the strike to begin his final lap now, Erwin Krajcevic. Is he suddenly becoming the favourite for the world title? He will drop just 1 point so far. That was to Tim Neve in heat number 3. Made amends in his 2nd ride by snatching the win from Neve on the line. He's going to take a much more clear-cut victory this time. He wins by an absolute streak there in heat number 8. Corradetti, I think it was, who came home in 2nd. Check that in a moment. That will put them joint top of the standings on 20 points so far. It's Erwin Krajcevic with a very straightforward victory there in heat number 8. Check out the rest of the result in a second. So Krajcevic and Corradetti 1st and 2nd. They are joint top of the standings so far on 20 points. They will lead the meeting after this 3rd round, because all the other front runners so far have ridden in heats 7 and 8. Andrej Švedik was 3rd, in number 22. He moves on to 16 points, so looking good for a grand final place. 4 points there for Jack Bell. He's now on 11. Really needs a top 3 from his final ride. 3 points for Bruno Bellan. He's on 7 points. A decent World Championship debut for him. Only 2 points there for Nikita Aljani after his heroics last time out. He's on 10. 1 point for Klaus Meyer. He's on 5. And at the back was Alex Dallavali. Still no points for him today. It's a line then ready for heats at number 9. This one will see Saku Pertilo on 3 points on the inside the front row. Daniele Tonelli alongside him, yet to score. Can't believe I'm saying that. He has such a good season so far. Menno van Meer on 7 points, and Michele Guerra on 5 complete the front row. The 2nd row, Marcus Jell, Marius Kircher, Stanislav Orodnik and Viktor Janešek. This is heats at number 9. The Revs are up and we're already underway. Now with the first turn, Tonelli gets away well, so does Menno van Meer. Now can Tonelli end his scoreless run with a victory? Van Meer going for the outside. Everybody else in a cluster for 3rd place. Saku Patilo trying to make his way up the inside. On the outside is Marius Kircher, but he's gone too wide there. Look at this 4-5 abreast down of turn 4. Something's got to give here, surely. Michele Guerra has already had one spill today, stuck in the middle. It's Tonelli who leads the way, but only by a couple of bike lengths ahead of Menno van Meer, the Dutchman in second place, consistent grand final qualifier. Marcus Jell is third, then we've got Michele Guerra, number 4, in fourth position. Saku Patilo, after a quick start, has dropped back on the number 3. He's on the outside line of Vit Januszek at the moment. Januszek up into 5th place, I think. They sort themselves out around these early laps. It's Daniele Tonelli on the TM. Leads, taking a wide line there, though, through turns 3 and 4. Menno van Meer having a go up the inside. Marcus Jell is in 3rd position. Michele Guerra holding 4th place. Down the back straight they go. Well, Daniele Tonelli, I think he had issues with his bike in his first ride, finished at the back, then fell while challenging Sammy Halbert for the lead in heat number 4. Managed to remount but was disqualified. Can he turn his day around here with a victory to move himself on to 7 points? He'll really need a win in his final ride as well if he's going to make the grand final at the first attempt. I imagine he'll have to go in the last chance race. Van Meer being reeled in here by Marcus Jell. Netherlands against Germany for 2nd place. They're pulling clear of their opposition. But Daniele Tonelli, finally things are going right for the man who's currently leading the Italian National Championship. Some great riders have appeared there over the years. Of course, no Matteo Boncinelli this year, looking to concentrate on speedway among other things this year. There it is, Daniele Tonelli coming round to start his final lap now on the TM. Menno van Meer on the Honda in 2nd place, Marcus Jell in 3rd on the KTM. Down the back straight, Tonelli at last is not only going to get some points on the board, it's going to be with a race victory as well. Slides in speedway style through the final turn and wheelies across the line to take the win. 2nd place for Menno van Meer. And 3rd is Marcus Jell. We'll confirm the rest of the finishing order in a moment. Daniele Tonelli moves himself on to 7 points with that race win in heat number 9. 2nd place it was Menno van Meer. He's on 13, and 3rd place for Marcus Jell. 5 points puts him on 13 as well. It was Michele Guerra who took 4th place. He moves on to 9. Not sure why Daniele Tonelli has gone onto the infield there. Tonelli takes the win. 7 points to open his account for the day. Further back, Marius Kircher was back in 5th that time. He moves himself on to 13 points as well. Quieter race for Vit Januszek there. He moves on to 10. 1 point for Stanislav Ohorodnik. He's on 4. And at the back that time was Saku Patilo, the Finn, remaining on 3 points. So 2 joint leaders after our 3rd round of heats then, which is 1 point drop to piece. Erling Krajcevic and Kevin Korradetti. Krajcevic looking a possible favourite for the World Championship here. Gerard Bailo, great to see him going well. Back in his old form, joint 3rd on 18 points with Sammy Halbert, the World Championship leader. Tim Neve a point behind them ahead of Andrei Švedik. Tonelli still only 16th with that race win. Needs another decent score to make it into the last chance qualifier from his final ride.
Hello everybody, I'm Giulio Bernardelle, the founder and the CEO of InMotion Group. And our is an engineering company, and basically we are now producer of motorcycle top premium wheels, the Kinewa, basically. But we are also the owner of the Zaeta brand, and we developed since 2011 the project. We start with this street legal bike. It was a 530cc single cylinder, and the base of the project, the idea was to create a bike that has to be very simple, with just the part that it is needed on the bike, nothing more of the simple part. The idea was to create a modern version of a scrambler, like the Ducati was during the 60s. And then from 2017, we started to develop the racing version. the flat tracker, that is this one. This is a 450cc single cylinder. It is to be considered a complete bike. It is not a framer. It is not like in US they do. So a frame to be able to have every single cylinder engine you can find in the market. We are developing all the bike, so all the mechanical parts and also the electronic and also the engine. And the project will arrive to be finished in the end of next year, when the bike will be ready to enter in the market.
Hello, how are you? I'm Gerard Bailo, a rider from Zaeta. This is an interesting project. Everything starts in 2014 when I test in a random track in Spain for the race in Super Prestigio for one friend to Naski Macorpi. And then always I thinking, why not to race in Zaeta, and after to doing the FIM World Championship and win in 2022, we have the opportunity to ride with them in 2024, last year. This is the second year with the Zaeta team. We are working on development of the bike. Yeah, it's a really special bike. We are working on that. We are happy where we are now, and we are looking forward to get the best results as we can. And yeah, you can see it's a master price of bike, and also for this kind of flat track. And yeah, that's it. I hope everyone see us in FIM World Flat Track, enjoy the races, and the team too.
Three qualifying heats to go here at Pardubice. Let's take a look at the lineup for our next round. Andrej Švedik will be out in heat number 10. Erwin Krajcevic, meeting leader with Kevin Corradetti, starts on the back of the grid. Corradetti on the front row. So our two joint leaders clash in heat number 10. Gerard Bailo will be out in heat number 11. We've just heard from him, taking on Daniele Tonelli, among others. Sammy Halbert goes in heat 12. He meets Tim Neve once again in there. Neve stuck in the pack in his previous race, coming through for third position towards the end. Nice to hear from Gerard Bailo there, along with representative of his Zaeta team. Lovely looking old school flat track machines they produce, wonderful to look at, and great to see Gerard Bailo back in form on the Zaeta. Of course, last season we saw Masatoshi Omori, the Japanese rider, competing for them as well. Tom Neve, brother of Tim, competed on a Zaeta in Croatia, sadly crashed out of the meeting early on. So a bit of watering and grading going on at the moment, just to keep down the dust as the riders get ready for heat number 10. Great numbers in position then. Will be Švedik alongside the 179 of William Bonici. He's been slowly improving, the Frenchman. Had 3 no scores in the first 3 rounds, but has made the finals in the last 2 rounds. He's on 6 points for the season. Grid 3 this time is Corradetti, looking for the second Pardubice win of his career. Completing the front rank is Santiago Arangio. Could we see him on the podium for the first time? He's currently in 8th in the points. Brilliant showing at Stiesel on the 1,000-meter track in Germany. The Eichenring, where he finished 4th, ahead of Švedik and Krajcevic. Second row of the grid for this one, Menno van Meer, he's on 13 points. Giacomo Bassetti is on 9. He'll be ruining that spill in heat number 4. Marius Kircher is on 13. And completing the lineup off the outside is Krajcevic. Erwin Krajcevic, you can see, positioning his bike as wide as he can up towards the fence. He's going to try and get the run round the outside on the first and second bend. Try and outpace Kevin Corradetti, who's on the front. Here we go then, heat number 10. This one is critical. 2 championship Two meeting leader contention riders meet here. We're underway. It's Svedik who makes the best start from the inside, but here comes Corradetti. He's got the cutback, and side by side, but no. Andrej Svedik pulls clear. Now where is Erwin Krajcevic? I think he's still at the back. He didn't get the run at all there from the outside. He's still at the back as they came down the back straight there. It's Svedik who leads from Arancio. There's Corradetti in third. Marius Kirscher has come through into fourth. And Erwin Krajcevic is in last place. Now, who would have expected that from the margin he won heat number 8 earlier on? Is he playing it safe? Of course, your points from the heats determine your gate position pick for the final if you're an automatic qualifier. Krajcevic will make it in, so is he playing it safe here, I wonder? It's not normally his style. Now he's starting to come through. He's up to P6. And Svedik leads the way, all set to take the World Championship bronze medal today. It's the two Yamahas, second and third. Arancio, then Corradetti. Bossetti is in fourth place on the number 11 machine, the VFR rider, the team of Fabrizio Vesprini. It's down the back straight they go. Marius Kirscher in fifth. Krajcevic is still only in P6. Oh, big spill there on the back straight. Who's that's gone down? I think it was Menno van Meer, the Dutchman, on the 100. I expect this race will be stopped. That's a nasty one there for Menno van Meer. The race continuing at the moment. It's surely going to have to be stopped. Yes, the rider's slowing because he's on the track there at turn 3. I think it's Menno van Meer who got pitched off his machine. I'm not sure what happened there, whether he clipped the back straight fence, but the race is stopped. Took the referee quite a while to stop it there. Try and see what happened there to Menno van Meer. He wasn't near the fence. That was a bizarre one. I'm not too sure what happened there. Now, is the race going to be rerun or awarded? We'll wait and see what Giuseppe Grandi, the referee, decides. Either he got some sudden lift there, Menno van Meer, or the bike seized up on it. He was absolutely thrown into the air. Let's hope the Dutchman is okay. I think it was Menno van Meer who came down there anyway. Yes, it is the number 100. He's up on his feet, that's good to see. He's getting a check over from his team and from the medics. That's a great shame for the Dutchman. Now, waiting to see if this race is going to be rerun, because if it is, that could win a big reprieve for Erwin Krajcevic. So he'll get another chance. It's only in P6 at the time of the stoppage there. Menno van Meer looking to reach his 4th consecutive grand final today. Only just missed the top 10 in Hungary last time out. Looking for a top 10 in the World Championship. He's in 11th place at the moment, 4 points behind Jack Bell coming into this round. As we await the rerun, earnest discussion between Erwin Krajcevic and his team. He doesn't look too happy there. Looking for his 5th World Championship round win today. Kevin Corradetti, meanwhile, looking for the 2nd win of his career and his 2nd here at Pardubice, his 1st in 4 years. He'll pass the 300-point mark in his career today. Of course, the all-time record point scorer now is Krajcevic with 450. 2nd is Bailo, it's on 406. Riders making their way out for a rerun then. Now, is Menno van Meer going to be able to take his place? Not sure of the length of this rerun, how many laps it will be, whether it's going to be a rerun over the full distance or not. We'll await advice on that in a second. Looks like it will be 7 riders only. We hope Menno van Meer is okay to continue later in the meeting. Now, Krajcevic has won a reprieve. He's going to look to get these starts down the outside here. Andrej Švedik and Kevin Corradetti, the men to watch from the front row. We're underway. It is a better start from Krajcevic this time. They go into the first turn. It's Švedik who's got the lead, just ahead of Santiago Arangio up there on the outside. Now Krajcevic trying to get around the outside of Marius Kircher further back. Arangio attacking for the lead. Švedik's having none of it. Moves out wide and Bonici's going well. The Frenchman this time, he's up into third place. Briefly there, Corradetti around the outside retakes third. This is much better from William Bonici, one of the best showings we've had from him this year. He's ahead of Krajcevic, who's going for the outside line into turn 3. Oh, and Santiago Arangio goes too wide there through turns 3 and 4. Corradetti, his teammate, tucked in behind him. Krajcevic is 4th. Bonici is falling back now. He's got to the rear of the field. A strong showing early on. The two Yamahas battling over second place. It's allowing Andrej Švedik to escape out in front. Švedik looking for the bronze medal today, leads the way. Corradetti was there a collision with his teammate there. That's allowed Krajcevic to come through. Yes, I think Corradetti may have clipped Arangio there, but he's back up the inside on Krajcevic, retakes P3. These two fighting for the lead of the meeting, of course. Krajcevic back up the inside into turn 3. In second place now is Arangio. This is the fight for third. Krajcevic has it at the moment. He's back up the inside there into turn 3 and holds off Corradetti. Behind them in 5th, Marius Kircher's closing up as well. Now, can Arangio catch Švedik for the lead? Krajcevic has run wide there through turns 3 and 4. Could he lose third place here to Corradetti? I think Corradetti has come through. Krajcevic does look out of sorts in this one. Or has Corradetti dropped back there? No, it's Krajcevic in third place. Corradetti's got a problem, possibly. He's dropped back. It's Krajcevic across the line. Couple of laps left in this rerun of heat number 10. It's down the back straight they go. Has Corradetti dropped out? I can't see him there. I thought he was slowing down. The leaders go into the last lap. We'll pick that up in a moment because Krajcevic might try and challenge Arangio for second place here on the final turn. It's going to be a win for the second time today for the number 22 of Andrej Švedik. Arangio under fire from Krajcevic. Is going to come through on the outside. He pushes Arangio out of his way and snatches second place. Well, he left it late, but Krajcevic takes the second place. But what happened to Kevin Corradetti? I didn't see him there in the last couple of laps. It's Andrej Švedik who has taken the win, so he finishes his qualifiers on 23 points, and Krajcevic comes through for second. That puts him on 26. Where was Corradetti? He dropped right back. He's only picked up 2 points, so he did have a problem there in the closing stages, I think, with the Yamaha. Third place went to Santiago Arangio, moved aside unceremoniously on the final turn, finishes his qualifiers on 19. Marius Kircher picks up 4 points, he's on 17. 5th place went to Giacomo Bassetti, we hardly saw him in that rerun. He's on 12 points, and he'll have to go in the last chance qualifier. Corradetti only 2 points, and he's on 22. Looks like he will make the grand final, but some machinery problems there. He did finish ahead of William Bonici, who finishes his qualifiers with 6. And of course, Menno van Meer, a non-starter after his fall. He finishes on 13. On to heat number 11. Next up then, riders already in position. The front row is Michele Guerra. Alongside him is Marcus Jell. Daniele Tonelli going for a second win. Christian Stanger needs points here to stay in the top 20, get into the top 20, I should say. Gerard Bailo, Jack Bell, Nikita Aljani and Max Hellman on the second row. So Bailo, I think, will start as the favourite along with Tonelli. We're underway with heat number 11. Good start by Marcus Jell on the 82, side by side with Daniele Tonelli into the first turn. Guerra is in third place. Jell leads the way on the KTM as they go into the back straight for the first time. It's 3 and 4 abreast for third place. Tonelli has the second place at the moment. Bailo trying to come through on the inside of Agliani, and Guerra in one move, and he's going underneath Tonelli as well. Gerard Bailo up into second place. He's gained 3 places in one move. Brilliant stuff from the former world champion. Now challenging Marcus Jell for the lead. He always goes well here at Pardubice. 44 of Christian Stango got hung out to dry there. He's dropped down into 7th place. So your leader is now Gerard Bailo. He's taken Marcus Jell through turns 3 and 4. It would be brilliant if the Spaniard could get back to winning ways here today. As through into second comes Michele Guerra, trying to make up for that fall earlier on. Past Marcus Jell. 4th behind them, Nikita Agliani. Tonelli has dropped to 5th place. Well, he's off the pace again here. I think he'll make it into the last chance qualifier. He's in there ahead of the 93 of Jack Bell. Jack not having the happiest of days here on the Triumph, sadly. It's Gerard Bailo from Michele Guerra up there in second. It really is chop and change in this very closely matched midfield today. A lot of unpredictable results. Marcus Jell back up the inside on Nikita Agliani. There's Tonelli. But at the moment, Tonelli is on for 5th place and 3 points. He'll only be on 10. It'll be just enough to make the last chance qualifier, I would think. As Gerard Bailo leads, this will lock him into the grand final. He'll be a point behind Erwin Krajcevic on 25. Michele Guerra up there in second. This will put him on to 15, so he might have a chance of making the grand final here. Marcus Jell in third. Number 82 is currently within those top 10 spots. This would put him on to 18 points, so it looks like he may well get through. It's going to be a win for Gerard Bailo, barring any disaster. Into the final lap they go. In this heat number 11, it's going to be 7 points for Gerard Bailo. The Zaita rider is going to move on to 25. Look at the lead he's got here over Michele Guerra. An impressive ride up there in second place. But it's Gerard Bailo. The Spaniard takes the win. Guerra comes over in second, and will confirm the rest of the place in a moment. It looks like Tonelli got through into 4th there on the last lap. The rest of the runners come home. Gerard Bailo up on the saddle. Celebrates with a spectacular wheelie. Always flamboyant, the Spaniard, the Catalan rider. Former Catalan champion on several occasions. So Gerard Bailo moves on to 25 points. Michele Guerra on 15 with that good second place, moves him into the top 10 at the moment anyway. Marcus Jell is on 18 points with that 3rd place. So he's within the top 10 at the moment. Daniele Tonelli picks up 4 points now. He is on 11. He'll have to go in the last chance qualifier. 3 points for Jack Bell. He's on 14, so he'll have to go in the last chance race. Only the top 2 to qualify from there, of course. 2 points for Nikita Agliani. He is on 12. And 1 point for Christian Stange. He will not make it into today's finals. He's only on 4. No points there for Max Hellman. 2 last places in his last 2 rides. He finishes on 6. And he'll have to wait to see what 3 of our riders do in this race, because Orodnik, Portillo and Dallavali are all out in this one, and they will be trying to make it into the finals. Sammy Halbert, meanwhile, on 18 points, and Tim Neve on 17 are the ones to watch. Tim Neve on the inside of the front row, Sammy Halbert on row 2. Also up there, Vit Janacek, Bruno Bellan and Klaus Meyer, currently in the last chance places. Revs are up then for heats at number 12. The last of the qualifiers gets underway. Outside first, Alex Dallavali made a decent start there, but it is from the outside the front row, Stanislav Orodnik. We said he's a demon starter, and he takes up the lead. Now, can he hold this in front this time and pull off a shock with Tim Neve behind him on the 54? Where's Halbert? He's in 4th place behind Vit Janacek around the first of 8 laps in this heat number 12. The American going for the inside. Vit Janacek holds him back at the moment. Now, through turn 2 up the inside, he's through into P3. Tim Neve has taken the lead from Stan Orodnik, who gets, if he gets a decent result here, he'll make it into the last chance qualifier. But here comes Sammy Halbert. Excuse me, says to Stanislav Orodnik, I've got a world championship to try and win. Going after Tim Neve. Tim looking for his second win of the day. He was relegated to 4th in Heat 7, so wants to make it back up the seedings here, because of course the higher you score if you qualify for the final, the more choice of starting positions you get in the ballot. Tim Neave from Sami Halbert. Rodnik still up there in 3rd, so if he picks up 5 points here, he'll get into the last chance qualifier. The others trying to get in. Saku Patilo is on 3 points, and Alex Dallavali, who has no score, he needs a top 3 place here to make it in. I don't think he's going to, unfortunately, the Italian. Janacek, meanwhile, is going through to the last chance race as things stand at the moment. He's going underneath Stanislav Ohrodnik. If he picks up 4 points for 4th place, it'll still be enough. Janacek needed a win here to get into the grand final, but I don't think he's going to do it with Neave and Halbert ahead of him. If Tim Neave wins this, he'll be on 24 points. Halbert's second will also be on 24, so they'll be just behind Krajcevic and Pellegrin. Bilo Pellegrin, to give his full name, Gerard Bilo. So Erling Krajcevic is going to top the qualifiers, get first choice of starting position for the grand final. It is going to be a win by the look of things for Tim Neave. Somebody pulling off there to Kawasaki, I can tell you that. That's Klaus Meyer, the Austrian, out of it. So he's going to finish on 5 points. Looks like he's going to drop out if Stanislav Ohrodnik gets a decent score here. He's going to be eliminated. It's not one rider who's not going to be eliminated is Tim Neave. He's heading for victory ahead of Sami Halbert. They cross the line clear of their opposition. The rest of them come through. Looks like it was Janacek in 3rd place there on the 51. We'll wait to confirm the rest of the results in a moment. 7 points for Tim Neave. He finishes on 24, comfortably into the grand final. 6 points for Sami Halbert. He's also on 24. They're joint 3rd in the standings so far. Vit Janacek, 3rd place. He picks up 5 points, just misses out on a place in the grand final. He finishes on 15, level with Michele Guerra, but I think Guerra gets in on the tie-break. 4th place for Stanislav Ohrodnik, so he does make the last chance qualifier. 4 points for Ohrodnik and 3 to Bruno Bellan. He gets in as well on his World Championship debut, so Ohrodnik finishes with 8 points for the qualifiers. Bruno Bellan finishes on 10. 2 points there for Saku Patilo and 1 for Alex Dallavali. They bow out, as does Klaus Meyer, who was a retirement. So Krajcevic tops the qualifiers on 26 points, a point clear of Gerard Bilo, Neave and Halbert on 24, and the grand final qualifiers completed by Spedik, Corradetti, Aranjo, Yell, Kirscher and Guerra makes it in. Well done to him. The next 10, Janacek, Bell, Van Meer if fit to take his place, and Bossetti, Agliani, Tonelli, Bellan, Ohrodnik, Hellman and Bonici. They are the 20 who go through to the final stages. So just a couple of races to go here in the FIM Flat Track World Championship for 2025. The last chance qualifier coming up, and the riders currently making their ballots for their grid positions. Vit Janacek was up first. Jack Bell giving it some thought there, the Triumph man. Which one's he going to pick? Vit Janacek has picked grid 2. Stepping forward next is Giacomo Bossetti. He picks the outside line. Jack Bell picked grid 3. Of course, 10 riders, so 5 on each row this time. The inside line is chosen by Nikita Agliani. I notice Menno Van Meer is not there, so he'll be with the medics. Looks like he will be a non-starter, unfortunately. Daniele Tonelli chooses to complete the front row. Here's Bruno Bellan, a fine debut for the young Czech. He picks grid 7, effectively. Second position on from the inside on the second row. Stanislav Ohrodnik makes his choice. Confirm them all in a moment. Here's young Max Hellman. Started well, but has faded a bit. He picks the middle of the second row. A couple of last places in his final 2 rides. William Bonici picks the inside of the second row. So Nikita Agliani will be off the inside. It's Janacek, Bell, Tonelli and Bossetti. Second row, Bonici, Bellan, Hellman and Orodnik. Menno van Meer, if he takes his place, will be off the outside of the second row. Was not there to make his pick. Hopefully he will be fit to ride. He's presumably with the medics at the moment after that spill in Heat 10. Riders start to make their way out there. It's last chance qualifier time. Only 2 to qualify. Nikita Aljani will be on inside pole. Bruno Bellan into position on the second row. William Bonici into the finals for the 3rd time this season. There is Jack Bell. Strong showing at the early part of the season. He struggled last time out in Hungary, having to rely on the last chance race again. He was only 15th at Vassar. So Aljani will go off the inside alongside Vic Janacek. Jack Bell in the middle. Daniele Tonelli and Giacomo Bussetti could be favourites to go through here. Second row, William Bonici, Bruno Bellan, Stanislav Orodnik and Max Hellman. No Menno van Meer out after that crash earlier on, so he'll pick up 1 point from this meeting. It's the last chance saloon, the final sprint before the grand final. Just waiting for the riders to settle in position. Red light is on at the moment. Start marshal not happy with something down there. Max Hellman being sent back. Has he been penalised for delaying the start? Not too sure what that was about. But the start marshal and the referee are not happy about something. No, looks like we are now all in position. Was Max Hellman lined up? He was lined up in the wrong gate. So he's in the middle. So Max Hellman now lined up in the correct place. And we are ready for our last chance qualifier. 5 laps, 2 to qualify. We're underway. Good start by Vic Janacek into the first turn. Tonelli tries to get around the outside on the 19th. Nikita Aljani just in front. It's 4 wide off turn 2. Here comes Daniele Tonelli. Here comes Giacomo Bussetti up the inside, barrelling his way through. Oh, he's lost it. Went in too quickly there. And that'll be the end of his meeting. Now, who's come out of all that melee with the lead? It's Jack Bell of the 93, I think, who's got the lead of this. What a schmozzle that was going into turn 3. Daniele Tonelli is second. Bruno Bellan's come through into 3rd place. Where's he come from? Well, Giacomo Bussetti went for the big send up the inside and came down. He went in way too quickly there. Tonelli's fighting back around the outside. He's taking the lead from Jack Bell. Jack only needs to hold 2nd place to go through to the main event. Well, Daniele Tonelli, after his problems in his first 2 rides, relegated to the last chance race, showing what he can do here. Bellan is in 3rd place. I think it's Vic Janacek down into 4th position. So one of the home heroes looks like he's going to miss out on the grand final, having qualified for every final so far this season. The only one he might miss out on is his home round. He's past Bruno Bellan now, so going after Jack Bell. Looks like Nikita Aljani is still there in 5th position. Jack Bell trying to close back up on Tonelli. He doesn't need to take the win. You try telling that to a motorcycle racer in the heat of battle. But Jack Bell needs to be careful here because Vic Janacek is on his tail. He's going for the inside here. He switches line off turn 4. Doesn't quite get there on the run to the line. The win goes to Daniele Tonelli. Very close there for 2nd place. It looks as though Jack Bell held on for 2nd. And they will go through to the grand final. We'll have the ballot for gate positions coming up shortly. That's Daniele Tonelli confirmed as your winner. Jack Bell in 2nd. Janacek just misses out. For the first time this season, he misses the grand final. Bruno Bellan, good World Championship debut for him, was 4th. They pick up 8 and 7 World Championship points respectively. Nikita Aljani was 5th, he scores 6. Stanislav Orodnik was 7th, he scores 4 World Championship points. 3 for William Bonici. Giacomo Bussetti, after his 4, will pick up only 2 points. And of course, Menno van Meer was a non-starter, he scores 1.
Dritter Platz dann diesmal auf und damit ausgeschieden. Die 51 wird Januszek auf Rang 4 Bruno Belan, 5. Nikita Aljan.
One race to go in this year's FIM Flat Track World Championship. The title decider is coming shortly here at the Svitkov Stadium in Pardubice. The riders now about to select their starting positions, and Erwin Krajcevic, the top qualifier, selects gate 2 on the front row. What's Gerard Bilo going to go for? He picks the inside, I think. Tricky to see in the sunlight here. Tim Neve goes for gate 3. Sammy Halbert, looking as relaxed as ever, goes for gate 4. Here's Andrej Švedik, all set for the bronze medal. He picks position 5 from the inside on the front row, and Kevin Corradetti goes for the outside. Pushed down the rankings a little by that machine problem in Heat 10. His teammate Santiago Arangio goes for P10. Third from the outside on the second row. Marcus Yell has had a good, consistent day. He gives it some thought before going for P8 on the grid. P9 for Marius Kircher, the young German. He's had a good day. Michele Guerra, 4th grand final of the season, goes for the inside of the second row. And now just our 2 last chance qualifiers. Here's Daniele Tonelli, goes for P11. And completing the lineup, it will be Jack Bell. He'll be on the outside of the second row. So Gerard Bilo from the inside. Now looking at the World Championship standings, he could still get 4th position from Daniele Tonelli. For the decider, the grand final. The 2 title contenders know what they have to do. Quite simply, for Erwin Krajcevic, he has to win. Sammy Halbert must finish in the top 2 if Krajcevic wins and gets fastest lap. Which way is this year's World Championship going to go? We are about to find out. Gerard Bilo will be off the inside on the number 17. Next to him is Krajcevic. In the middle, it's Tim Neve. He wants a first World Championship win. Halbert off grid 4. Švedik from the outside, all set to win the bronze medal. The tension beginning to mount. Kevin Corradetti will be off grid 6, off the outside of the front row. He wants a second World Championship win. Michele Guerra taking the inside of row 2. Jack Bell off the outside alongside Daniele Tonelli, the 2 last chance qualifiers. But all eyes will be on Erwin Krajcevic for the home crowd and Sammy Halbert, the American. Guerra, Gel, Kircher, Arangio, Tonelli and Bell complete the lineup. What a magnificent sight this is going to be as they head into the first turn. This will be a 12-lap race. The final of the final round of the FIM Flat Track World Championship is go. Super start by Krajcevic, leads the way into the first turn. Sammy Halbert trying to get through on the inside. Andrej Švedik is there on the outside. The 2 Czechs are side by side down the back straight. Švedik's going for the lead on the outside, but it's Krajcevic. Krajcevic got exactly the starting one. It's Sammy Halbert wallop into the side of Švedik. Švedik is down. Side by side for second place. Now is the race going to be stopped? I think it is. Yes, the race is stopped. Contact there between Sammy Halbert and Andrej Švedik. The home fans not too happy there with Sammy Halbert. They feel that he brought Andrej Švedik down. Švedik is back on his feet there. A little bit of damage to his bike. He will, of course, secure 3rd in the World Championship today. You see Halbert up the inside, makes the dive. There's the contact. Down goes Andrej Švedik. Just desperation as he tried to catch Erwin Krajcevic as quickly as he could before the Czech got away. So we will have a rerun. Provisionally over the full 12-lap distance. Just checking on, I think it's just cosmetic damage to his machine, Andrej Švedik. We'll wait to see if any penalties are to be handed out here. Usually whoever is at fault for a stoppage goes to the back of the grid for the restart. We did see a line-out restart, a rare thing in the World Championship in Croatia, and Sami Halbert was adjudged to be at fault and had to start from the back of the line. Damage to the fairing of Andrej Švedik being repaired with a bit of tape. Now, will we see Sami Halbert, if he's adjudged to be at fault, will he have to start from the back of the grid? Drama here at Pardubice, just awaiting confirmation of what's going to happen. From today's referee. Race director Glenn Phillips out on track. So we'll wait for the riders to come back into line, and we'll see from the lineup what penalties have been handed out here in this grand final. Andrej Švedik, good to see he's okay to continue. And it looks as though Sami Halbert is going to the back. He's been adjudged at fault for the stoppage, and he's going to have to come from the penalty line. Now, will this cost him his chance for the World Championship? Erwin Krajčević, remember, he has to win. Unless Halbert is further down the order. Can Sami Halbert come through from the back? This adds further drama. An incredible 12 laps we are in for in this grand final for the World Championship 2025 here at Pardubice. 12 laps coming your way. We're underway. Again, Krajčević gets exactly the start he wanted, leads the way into the first turn. Sami Halbert already trying to make progress from the back. Švedik up alongside his fellow countrymen as they go down the back straight. Andrej Švedik makes his way to the front. The battle is on for third between Tim Neve and Kevin Corradetti. Keep our eyes further back as well to see Sami Halbert trying to come through. There he is, he's made up a few spots already. He's up into around 7th place, round the outside now of Marcus Jell. So Halbert is P7, a long way to go yet. Andrej Švedik has the lead. Now, Sami Halbert is back in 7th. I think 2nd place will be enough for Krajčević. Under fire there from Corradetti. Andrej Švedik goes clear, looking for the 2nd final win of his career to follow up Manchester a couple of years ago. It's Corradetti in 3rd place. We know his form was strong early on here today. We know he's won here at Pardubice before. Italians always traditionally strong here. Likes of Moschini and Caccini have won here in the past. Side by side now for 4th place. Tim Neve is tackling Santiago Arantxa. Moves up into P4. Where is Halbert? There he is in P6. Now, is that going to be enough? I don't think it is. Try and do the mental arithmetic as the race goes on. 6th would only net 15 points for Sami Halbert, 22 for Krajčević. That would overturn the 4-point deficit, and Krajčević would be world champion by 3 points. They're 6 laps from home. Sami Halbert has got to get a move on here to try and catch the leaders, because at the moment the title is coming home to the Czech Republic in the hands of Erwin Krajčević for the 2nd time in his career. Corradetti 3rd, Neve is 4th. Halbert's now up into 5th place. That will get him 16 points. Oh, this is going to be close. You've got ahead of Gerard Bailo there. Can he catch the top 4? Incredible drama here at Pardubice. Švedik leads the way. Krajčević in 2nd place. Kevin Corradetti is up there in 3rd position. He would pick up the 20 points. There's the extra point for fastest lap to be decided as well, of course. But that will only come into play if Halbert can catch these 4. It doesn't look like he is going to at the moment. I think he's going to run out of time. Up the inside, Tim Neve, he wants the podium. Attacking Kevin Corradetti. But at the moment, second place, I think, is going to be enough for Erwin Krajcevic. He'll have 6 more than his nearest challenger. He's going for the inside now at Andrej Svedek. He goes through. Krajcevic into the lead. And with Halbert back in 5th place, that will be enough for Erwin Krajcevic, the former motocross man. Down the back straight he comes. He won the title in 2023, won the last 2 rounds last year here at Pardubice in Hungary, but just lost out to Sami Halbert. And now with Andrej Svedek acting as a tail gunner effectively behind him, Sami Halbert is only back in 5th place. It's not going to be enough. They're coming round to start the final lap of the 2025 FIM Flat Track World Championship. The Czech fans are starting to celebrate already. Into the last lap. Erwin Krajcevic on the KTM, number 34, has fought back against Sami Halbert. Is coming into the final turn. The championship is coming to the Czech Republic because around the final turn, Erwin Krajcevic will win round 6 and wins the FIM Flat Track World Championship for 2025. The penalty was just a little bit too much to overcome for Sami Halbert, and the championship comes home to the Czech Republic. I think Svedek and Krajcevic are tangled after the flag. I didn't see what happened there. Have they ditched their machines on purpose, or did they tangle, or did they fail to slow down? I'm not sure what's happened there. It matters not though for Erwin Krajcevic, because he is the world champion. Sami Halbert takes silver. He'll be frustrated there. And Andrej Svedek will take the bronze. Kevin Corradetti will be 4th, a point ahead of Daniele Tonelli. Then Tim Neve, Gerard Bailo was back in the pack in that one. He will take 7th in the World Championship. Then Arangio, Januszek and Jack Bell will complete the top 10 provisionally. And undoubtedly very disappointed Sami Halbert back in the pits as the celebrations begin for the Czech fans as their hero Erwin Krajcevic wins his 2nd World Championship in 3 years. 3-round wins this year, the same as Sami Halbert. And the celebrations begin in earnest with his team. Incidentally, the extra point goes to Andrej Svedek. He got the fastest lap for the 2nd time this season. Takes his 4th podium of the year. But for Erwin Krajcevic, that is his 15th podium, his 5th win in 26 appearances in the World Championship, and his 2nd title. Sacrificed the National Championship this year for his preparations for this World Championship decider. Sami Halbert in 2nd place, the penalty just a little bit too much to overcome there. 2nd place going to Andrej Svedek today, 6th podium of his career, and he takes the bronze for his best World Championship finish so far. 4th in 2023 with a final win in Manchester, but takes his first World Championship medal today. And 3rd here today was Kevin Corradetti, 6th podium of his career as well. Takes him past the 300 points mark in World Championship history. And he takes 4th in the World Championship. Erwin Krajcevic takes a lap of honour. And we await the podium celebrations to be organised as well. 2 podiums today, 1 for today's event and 1 for this year's overall World Championship. Result confirmed then of our grand final. Erwin Krajcevic the winner by just under half a second ahead of Andrej Svedek. Svedek getting the extra points as well for the fastest lap. Kevin Corradetti 3rd. Sami Halbert, he tried his hardest there, could only make it up to 5th place from the back behind Kevin Corradetti and Tim Neve. Gerard Bailo 6th, then Arangio, Tonelli, Kirscher, Yell, Bell and Michele Guerra. Final standings confirmed then, 5 points the margin of victory for Erwin Krajcevic over Sami Halbert. Andrej Svedek just 6 points further back to take his first World Championship medal with the bronze ahead of Corradetti. Tonelli just a point off Kevin Corradetti in the end. Tim Neve in 6th position. Best wishes to Menno van Meer, who drops to 13th after his crash in Heat 10 earlier on. We hope he's okay. And the best newcomer in the championship this year certainly was Januszek, the Czech taking 9th place. Well done to all of the 32 riders who have entertained us across the course of this season. Well, we'll take a short break. Be with you for the podium in a few minutes' time.
Erwin, congratulations for an amazing day today on your home turf, well, at the front of your home crowd. What a day, but also what a season for taking the win today and the World Championship title. Tell us how you feel and what's next.
Yeah, last year I won my first race ever here in Pardubice. Now it's the world title, which is quite special. Anyway, the whole season was not as easy as it seems. I had a few races that I struggled a lot. But today was the day, and I can express how happy I am.
Congratulations, and celebrate well, well deserved.
So we hear the first words from the new world champion, Erwin Krajčovič, the 2nd title of his career.
Třetím nejrychlejším mužem dnešního závodu. Na druhém místě se umístil český reprezentant. Second position.
Looks like the podium celebrations are underway then, and taking 3rd place, it is Italy's Kevin Corradetti on the Yamaha. Season didn't start off too strong over the opening round in his homeland when he tangled with Gerard Bailo in the final. Made up for it with 2nd place at Stiesel in Germany. And 3rd place here today was in the top 5 in Croatia as well. Just misses out on the bronze medal this year. 2nd place today goes to Ondřej Špedik, matching his best results of the year from Meissen in Germany. A pair of 3rd places as well in Italy and Croatia. 4 podiums out of 6 this year, certainly his strongest World Championship season. But it is a win for number 34, Erwin Krajčovič, his 3rd win of the season, to go with his wins at Gorican and Terenzano. Lowest finish of the season being 6th at Stiesel, where he struggled to adapt to the long track, and a pair of 3rd places in the other 2 rounds, Meissen and Vasad in Hungary. Pavel Ondrasik presenting the medals down there. He and his father Petr were very successful speedway riders. And the trophies being presented. We'll have a 2nd podium as well, of course, for the World Championship overall. Petr Moravec of the Czech Motorcycle Association presenting the awards.
Někdejší závodník a zástupce Mezinárodní motocyklové federace, také ředitel dnešního závodu, pan Armando Castell.
The Czech fans absolutely loving this. Not only the winner on the day, but the World Championship as well. Armando Castagna, of course, the FIM track racing director, present at every major track racing event. Armando, Italy's greatest ever speedway rider, 12 times Italian champion, a former world finalist as well. Son Paco now carving out a successful speedway career as well. Photographs being taken. Now the World Championship podium about to be enacted down there. And the bronze medal goes to Ondřej Špedik, the 1st World Championship medal of his career. It's 4th place in 2023. Did not win a final this year, but he's finished on the podium on 4 occasions. And was never outside the top 5. Lowest ranked for him this year, 5th at Stiesel on the long track. Very consistent season for Ondřej Špedik. Could well be a future world champion. In 2nd place, from the United States of America, Sammy Halbert, the outgoing world champion. 3 round wins this year. Didn't quite have the consistency of Erwin Krajcevic. He was off the podium in the other three. In fact, was fifth in all three of them. Fifth in Terenzano, having had to start from the back with a penalty. Fifth from the back of the line-out restart in Croatia, and now fifth today. But the world champion steps forward. The biggest cheer of the day goes to Erwin Krajcevic, world champion for the second time in his career. They're all 6 rounds staged on European tracks this year. Who knows? We could see the FIM World Championship go to the United States in years to come. We've seen South America represented as well, with Santiago Aranjo in there. And Masatoshi Omori of Japan, of course, as well. Rode last season for Saeta. So the World Championship could well expand as flat track gets bigger and bigger around the world. Armando Castagna will hand over the medals. Bronze for Andrej Švedik. Silver for Sammy Halbert, the diminutive American. And the gold medal will go to an emotional-looking Erwin Krajcevic. Certainly made the right decision to switch from motocross to flat track racing. Now the home riders will focus on the final round of the Czech Championship. First week in October that takes place at Brezolupi, with Andrej Švedik currently leading. And now we will hear the national anthem of our world champion, the national anthem of the Czech Republic. The national anthem of the Czech Republic for the man with the gold medal, Erwin Krajcevic. What a magnificent season he has had, a magnificent season Sammy Halbert has had, and Andrej Švedik, indeed everyone involved in what has surely been the most successful FIM Flat Track World Championship so far in its short history. The championship continues to grow all the time, and I can't wait for the 2026 Flat Track World Championship season to begin. The bottles of bubbly are handed over to a traditional celebration, the spraying of the champagne. Andrej Švedik gets his cork fired out first. They choose to spray the photographers, I think, rather than each other at first. But full credit to all three of them, particularly to Erwin Krajcevic, second World Championship. But that does just about wrap up our coverage from the 2025 FIM Flat Track World Championship season. Thank you very much for watching across the course of 2025. Well done to all the riders across all 6 rounds, and congratulations to our world champion, Erwin Krajcevic. That's about the end of the action from Pardubice then. We will see you again in 2026 for next year's FIM Flat Track World Championship. But it's thank you and goodbye until then.